Do you want to become a PvP god? If so, this is the right video for you. I'm going to be teaching you all the basic beginner combos and tactics. Just to clarify, this won't make you immediately high tier 1 skill, but it will definitely boost you in overall PvP. Before we get into actually PvPing, you need to have a couple settings on or off first. So go into options, then into controls, make sure auto jump is off because you do not want that, and set sprint to toggle because please do not leave it on hold because that will mess up your gameplay and you will fail at PvPing. Next, go into accessibility settings and turn FOV effects off because when they're on, it makes your FOV change with effects or when you sprint, which really messes up your aim and you do not want that. One more thing that you still need to do is go back to controls, go to your mouse settings and make sure raw input is on. Now that you've got your settings down, it's time to get into the real PvPing, starting with the 3 types of hits. First kind of hit is a sweep hit. You do it when you stand in a place and you hit. You want to avoid these at all costs because they deal minimal damage and aren't really used for anything. The second type of hits are sprint hits. They're done when you sprint and hit a player as the name suggests. The best way to do them is by W tapping, in which we'll get into in a bit. The final type of hit is a crit. This deals the most damage but doesn't deal any KB or only a little, so it isn't optimal for comboing. There are 2 main methods of sprint resetting in PvP. The first one is W tapping and the second one is S tapping. I'll show you both and how to use them. Trade. To W tap, hold your W key and then let go of it as you press your left mouse button to hit them and start a beautiful combo like this. However, to S tap, you need to hold W, then let go of it, press S and your left mouse button at the same moment, and alternate back to your W key in quick succession. As you can see in this beautiful combo. So now that you know how to sprint reset, you're all set, right? No! You still need to master your attack speed. As you can see in this clip, I'm only attacking when my attack indicator is at 85% or more. That is the minimum percentage that it needs to be at for you to perform a sprint hit. Although, that doesn't mean you always need to attack at that exact percentage. Sometimes it can give you a benefit to attack later or even earlier than that. Now that you know when to hit and how to sprint reset, it's time for the fun part, the combos. A combo is when you get 2 or more consecutive hits on your opponent. The easiest ways to start a combo are 1. Hit selecting. No one knows why it actually works, but you let your opponent hit you first, then, with your momentum, you just manage to hit them and start your combo. 2. You can bait your opponent to try to hit you, and when they miss a hit, you start your combo. That can also be done during a combo so they don't interrupt it. For example, with strafing side to side like I'm doing right now. You can also mix it up so the movement is random and your enemy can't predict where you're going to be next. Although there's one more way to start a combo, I won't be discussing it in this tutorial. If you want me to make an advanced tutorial describing this technique and others, be sure to let me know in the comment section. For the majority of this video, I've been talking about sprint hits and when to time your hits, but that isn't everything in PvP. You also need to be able to crit hit. There are a couple types of maneuvers used with crits that I'll be showing you. As you can see, I'm using the knockback from my opponent's hit to crit him back. This is what is called a punish crit or P-crit. The second type of crit is a double crit, like so. The best way to counter critting is just by sprint hitting your opponent out of the air as they're about to crit. Be careful as this tactic might also be used against you if you abuse critting too much. Of course, in this tutorial I only scratched the tip of the iceberg. You still need to work on spacing and aim, but if you want to learn more about that, tell me in the comment section if you want me to make a tutorial. I hope you enjoyed, like and subscribe, have a nice one and bye!